It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got C.J. Stroud. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Texans and the Jags, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they...
And we are underway from Houston. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Texans offense heading out behind their quarterback in his second season. Last year's Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Stroud looks to throw on the first play. And his first look is incomplete. Devin Lloyd was there to force the incompletion. We take a peek at the list of inactives for this week's game. And, gosh, this early in the season, Charles, injuries already accumulating for this squad.
You got to wonder in this organization, are they just saying to themselves, well, hopefully we're just getting them out of the way early so we can make a late-season push when we have everyone back. It certainly feels that way with the number of injuries they've had already.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Stroud off the play fake. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Back to Mixon on first down.
Holding offense.
They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Pierce on the counter. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The Texans at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. That is caught, and he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
At the 5-yard line.
Pierce takes it straight ahead, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Stroud to throw it. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Jaguars to take over for the first time behind Trevor Lawrence, their quarterback in season number 4.
Last year was a bit of a mixed bag for Lawrence as he started off looking like a budding superstar, but then he suffered an ankle injury and was a shell of himself the rest of the way. His team needs him to stay healthy if they plan on maximizing their full potential. And if that ends up being the case, they'll have a good shot to win a lot of games here in 2024.
And got his man complete. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Jaguars. Devin Duvernay, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
This one left side caught by Collins. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Already, he's top 50 receiving yards in this first quarter. And he's got a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Stroud. A quick throw, but incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And Stroud now to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. 24 carries, 123 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And taken at the 46. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Pierce now up the middle. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Stroud looking to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's Stroud. And this is incomplete. Noah Brown, the Ohio State man, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Throwing now is Stroud. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Jaguars' 7-yard line.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Make it 2 weeks in a row now. He's kind of been Johnny on the spot. A fumble recovered last week, and now 2 in a row.
Reminds me a little bit of an old teammate of mine. We used to call him the Vulture because he would swoop in and clean up after the play was made. But, boy, we said it with a lot of affection because he made a lot of game-changing plays by getting to the football that had been knocked loose.
What was your nickname, by the way?
Can you go get me some water, guy, please? The rest of us are playing.
Yeah, right. Too humble.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 17-yard line.
Lawrence.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk.
And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars first down as he gets this up past the 20. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Now Lawrence to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
ETN up the middle.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
First down, Jacksonville.
And they'll go again with ETN. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6.
As they've got it as we resume action.
Lawrence will throw. On the slant, he's got Davis.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 34.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now Lawrence.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Now Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Gabriel Davis.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jaguars go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Damian Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense.
They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Coach, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
Play action. Stroud now.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Give to Pierce.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
And they'll go right back to Pierce.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stroud dance, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
C.J. Stroud
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Texans are back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was C.J. Stroud who finished off that drive with the touchdown run. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. Gabe Davis and the offense getting the football back here.
There was a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
First down Jaguars after Gabe Davis makes another nice catch. And one thing about him, he's a big play waiting to happen and has been throughout his career. Finished the last 3 seasons ranking in the top 10 for average yards per reception. And that's one of the reasons the Jaguars targeted him this offseason and brought him back to his home state.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Straight ahead, Etienne. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
A give running right, Etienne.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. In motion goes the tight end.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll find Gabriel Davis.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 16.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Jacksonville.
A give to Etienne running right.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year
as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Stroud
to Pierce. They set up the screen.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
Holding offense.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Here goes Stroud again.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Eric Armstead able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
Formation for the Texans.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Travis Etienne and the Jags offense set to take over again here.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Duvernay in motion. Here's Lawrence. That's taken in by Duvernay.
And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Lawrence.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. From the shotgun, Lawrence.
A short throw to Ingram. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35.
Back to throw. Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 47 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
A short throw to Ingram. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Gabriel Davis.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a long 11-play drive.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Cowboys who got the win on the road. Dak Prescott, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Bucky Irving, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Caleb Williams, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. One of the top performers in that first half was the running back Travis Etienne. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Jaguars offense and Trevor Lawrence getting set for this next drive. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And the defense closes quickly there, and you'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Now a 3rd and 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Fielded just inside the 20. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Stroud working out of the gun.
And Diggs has it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On the bootleg, Stroud. Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
At the 42-yard line.
Stroud will look to throw once more. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Stroud looking to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Texans first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2nd and 9. Now Stroud.
He finds his man, complete. That's Jordan. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins
from 6 yards away.
And the Texans get a bit closer.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And running with power here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Jaguars offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Lawrence, a short throw to Ingram. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Got his man. That's Davis.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Lawrence will throw.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Again, it's Lawrence. Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Texans.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
The false start hurts him there a bit, backs him up to 2nd and 9.
A handoff for Etienne.
And they'll get him down right around the 16.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Now Lawrence. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And his kick is indeed good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
So you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Houston set to take over. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They'll keep it on the ground.
It's Jordan.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Throwing now is Stroud.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And taken right on the 30.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Yep. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Handoff running left is Etienne.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Duvernay in motion. Looking to throw, Lawrence. A pass caught by Duvernay. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
1st down, Jacksonville.
Now Lawrence. He'll find Aguara complete. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. This 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence to throw.
Open man is Kirk, complete.
And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars 1st down as he'll get this down to the 36.
A gain of 5. And the Jaguar 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 68 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
1st down, Jaguars.
Here's Lawrence. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. In motion, the tight end. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. That's brought in by Davis over the middle.
And the Jags are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Davis. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Lawrence now off the bootleg.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
That's Azeez Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
A 28-yard attempt.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And now out comes Houston.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Stroud.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
At the 37-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Got a man. It's Collins complete.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Throwing again is Stroud.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jordan. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Now a give right side. Jordan. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw.
Eluding the pressure. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out, and the Jags grab it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Gabe Davis and the offense getting the football back here.
When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a 2-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seen the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's a give to Etienne.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The offense on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A short throw to Ingram.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now Etienne.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Jaguars.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
They'll run. It's Etienne.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
In motion comes the tight end left.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Etienne once more.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
Now Stroud.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down. 1st and 10.
Stroud to throw it.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
Short throw into the hands of Jordan.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Stroud working out of the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
This will be caught by Brown. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Over the middle, he gets it to Collins.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Throwing now is Stroud. Caught left side by Mechie. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Stroud will look to throw once more.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Back to throw again. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st.
4th down, 4th quarter, here's Stroud.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
In motion left goes a tight end.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Lawrence will throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because at least you're there knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Stroud. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Play action. Stroud now. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 10. Stroud. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Here goes Stroud again.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Jacksonville, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.